Now good morning, PM. You know the dealio. You know the dealio. I am having a blast with a beat. I am ripping it.
Most of us live two lives, the life we live and the unlived life within us. Between the two stands resistance. Stephen Pressfield. Hey everybody, I'm Jay. Welcome back. This video is about the bell curve. Now you're probably wondering, what the hell does that have to do with you? And I would argue, everything. Let me explain. This analogy came to me last week and I found it to be helpful, and I thought that it would help some of you. Now, most of us are trying to achieve something, and in order to get closer to the best version of ourselves, if not for our goals, we're only working to pay bills and then die. I know that sounds morbid, but there's more to life. For me, that translates to a few things: my family, my fitness goals, my financial goals, and in the context of this channel, my creative goals. What came to me last week was the idea of this shape, the bell curve. But as I thought about it, the line that I was considering looked more like this. On this line, I started to visualize key moments of progress. See, we're all on this line, whether we like to admit it or not. Allow me to illustrate. Point one, I'm calling the hard start. We all are here. We all start here. Some of us don't move from here. But this is the point where we're on the opposite side of that accomplishment that we've been thinking about for so long. For you, it might be shedding 20 pounds or becoming debt-free. Maybe it's finally getting that solo show of your artwork. We all start on the line towards our desired goal. From here, it's an uphill battle. It's a fight. It's a struggle. And a lot of us, once we feel that resistance that Stephen Pressfield mentions, we stop. Like, for example, paying for the gym membership only not to go. But if you get past the hard start, you find yourself at point two. And this is where you're getting after it, but for one reason or another, you become your worst critic. You refuse to see the progress that you've made, no matter how small. You deny yourself that credit, and imposter syndrome sets in. And if you give in to that, it will stop you right in your tracks. Now, if you're delusional enough to push past point two, you make it to point three naturally. I will admit that it doesn't get any easier because point three is called the plateau. This is where you find yourself on your path, yet you could be here for a few years. And for some, that feels like being on a treadmill, moving in place. Let me know down in the comments if you identify with this point. This moment in the journey, you're still not seeing results, and the voices in your head start to multiply. But if you stop here, the distance from that point becomes exponentially further away from where you want to land. And if you're struggling on point three, point two, think about this. An arrow can only be shot by pulling it backwards. So when life is dragging you back with difficulties, it means that it's going to launch you into something great. Now, if you make it through all that, you reach point four, which I'm calling measurable progress. This is the most exciting of them all. By this time, your results and all of your efforts have been compounding. You realize that you're moving much faster because you can see the jump-off point. Let's say you've lost 15 of the 25 pounds you're trying to lose. You've paid 3 of the 4 credit cards. You've managed to to gain access to a gallery for your solo show. The distance between you and your goal is shrinking due to your sheer will, hard work, and dare I say, functional delusion. At this juncture, you've got the receipts. You're kicking ass and taking names. You can see the progress and others are taking notice. This is where some of the people that you thought had your back may not. Due to the momentum of point 4, you reach point 5 in a much shorter amount of time. This is why I called point 5 overnight success. It's like the bicycle when it's moving so fast that your feet can't pedal with it. You're definitely on people's radar, and you're grinning from ear to ear, laughing so hard your face hurts. People are calling all of your hard work an overnight success. So when you're feeling down, when you want to give up, thread the needle through this analogy. Try to find where you are and know that it's just a phase in the journey towards your end goal. Use what I'm showing and what I'm talking about and what this analogy that came to me to your advantage. For example, 3 years ago, I gave up on this channel because, like many, I wanted instant success. In my eyes, I was doing everything right. I gave in to the frustration. But I learned that showing up and doing the work, it's all that matters. Give yourself credit and keep showing up. Remember to celebrate your small wins. When I hit 500 subs on this channel, I made sure to acknowledge that moment. And when I engage with you all, one of the first things that I do is express my gratitude. It's the little thing that counts. Replace your negative narratives by keeping promises to yourself. This was a huge lesson for me. More often than not, we're dealing with unchecked traumas. Get rid of the toxic, focus on solutions, and keep moving. If you need to pivot, do it. But while in motion, never stop moving forward. And remember that failure is not defeat, it's a lesson. I'm sharing this epiphany while I find myself dead center on point 2. The resistance never goes away, but you beat it down by showing up. Some might say that I have no business in sharing this because I haven't reached the peak here on YouTube. But I think that this is the perfect time to share. I'm nowhere near spot 4 or 5. Heck, I'm not even monetized. I have no sponsors. And monetizing would be sweet, but that's not the reason I started this channel. My goal was and will continue to be to create, teach, and inspire. I have faith that the money's already on its way. Let this video be the elixir for you to chase your dreams. What's something that you're working on? I want to hear from you. Drop it in the comments if you care to share. My hope is that through this inspired analogy, it helps somebody in some way. And if you found this video interesting or remotely entertaining, consider giving it a like, possibly subscribing, and hit the bell for notifications. But until my next video, let's keep creating.
I am having a blast with a beat, I am ripping it. Old school with some new heat like my timber.